There's an LGBT civil war over Dragon Age Veilguard. You know what? This one I actually believe. It's not like literally a civil war, obviously, but like people are very opinionated on this one. So let's check it out.
Dragon Age, the Veilguard subreddit, actually just happened. Very weird stuff going on, and even sparking a mini civil war on the subreddit over this post. Veilguard is helping me to get rid of my homophobia, which accumulated over 500 upvotes on that subreddit, making it actually the 8th most upvoted.
Wait, hold on, what? I used to be a very homophobic person because of Grums' tweet. Oh my god, dude.
I used to be a very homophobic person because Grums tweets about woke agenda, but I decided to give Dragon Age Veilguard a chance, since even though the game was attacked by the woke, the combat is good. So I bought the- Wait, this is real. Wait a minute. I thought this was satire. I even used like a silly satire voice. I thought this was fake, bro. What the hell? The combat is very good, so I bought the game and I love it. I'm having a lot of fun with the game and I love the characters. They have helped me understand there's diversity in times, and that's fine. The complaints about female characters being ugly are not entirely true for me. I find Neve and Belara very beautiful for me, and about the use of pronouns, well, I still understand how it works. The game is helping me understand and be respectful of LGBT people.
Over 500 upvotes on that subreddit, making it actually the 8th most upvoted post of all time over there. User Jonathan going on to say, I used to be a very homophobic person because of Grum, fun with the game.
I literally just read this.
Like, I wouldn't make bait. I don't do that. Of course, make of it what you will. Maybe it's bait, maybe it's not. However, the majority of the responses are treating it as if it's serious. Let me know if you think it's...
I think it's bait, guys. When it's confirmed real, no way, dude. It's gotta be bait. This is like some high level, but not even high level, but dude, this is some bait where the person is just pretending like it's real.
And what do you think of the post
no
overall?
Fucking shot.
Before we take a look at the top responses, here's some of the responses that the OP made, clarifying that it's not bait, apparently. To all the people saying this is bait, no, it's not. This is serious. I want to be a good person. I want to understand all the people. And this
okay, see, but like, I would say that too. You'd have to look at the rest of his posts. Maybe he'll go into it.
People saying this is bait, no, it's not. This is serious. I want to be a good person. I want to understand.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time when I'm baiting. I just play along, you know? It's so fun.
And all the people. And this user responds saying that they're so proud of the OP and that their post actually made them teary-eyed. I mean, I hope that's teary-eyed out of laughter, but I don't think it is. Someone said the mention of Grums makes this seem like low-quality bait. They got -3 downvotes, and the OP said it's not a bait. How many times I will say that? I don't know if this is convincing me it's not bait. I don't know,
it's
man.
not, dude.
Kind of making it sound like more bait, really.
My bullshit detector's going off, man. There's no way.
Example. I cut that off too early. I meant to say example. Anyways, next example, yeah, says, I hope you're legit, but this...
Leaf baiting all the time, dude. You know, I thought about making, like, I really wanted to do this, like, basically for like 3 years now. I had this idea of like, dude, what if I made like a VTuber and I just went like all in? Like, I made like a new VTuber, but it was like intentionally just like as hysterical as possible, and I just was hysterical all the time, like as a parody. But then like I made it seem like it was real, but it was like actually a parody. Dude, I want to do it so bad, but then like people will know it's me because I feel like my voice is very recognizable. So like I feel like people would know. It'd be funny if I committed. Yeah, I wanted to like full commit to it. Dude, it would have been so good this year because, dude, the amount of content I could have created on Twitter was so high. It would have been glorious. And I would have just made like a scream stream. Like I just like yell on stream. Just it'd be really hard not to laugh though. But like I think I could do it.
This feels like a troll post to me. OP says, it's not a troll post. I want the change to be a good person. And lastly, we've got this one where the OP says, my homophobia was caused for Grums tweets about LGBT people uglifying female characters in games, like Star Wars Outlaws or Silent Hill 2.
Okay, guys, this is bait. There's no way. There's no shot. This is 100% bait. There's no way.
All right, so those are the posts, once again, where the OP attempted to clarify that it's not really bait. And now here are the general top responses the post got from different users. This is interesting. Please don't listen to hateful people like Grums. I don't say that because him and I have quote-unquote disagreements. I say that because he is in all of his being a hateful, cruel person. The woke agenda is a false movement that was invented by people who are fearful or disgusted by the idea that those who are different from them are simply wanting to be acknowledged and to exist in most spaces.
Wait, hold on. Please don't listen to hateful people like Grums. I don't want to say that because him and I have disagreements. I say this because he is, in all of his being, a hateful...
We are not out to destroy society or culture. Accepting our existence comes at no harm to you and your kind. We mean no harm to you and your kind. That sounds like something an alien would say.
Yeah.
Why would you phrase it like that? Being homophobic or transphobic or sexist. We mean no harm to society or culture.
That's so fucking true, man. Accepting of our existence comes at no harm to you and your kind.
Being homophobic or transphobic or sexist or any kind of that nonsense is simply put silly. Me being gay doesn't hurt you. It doesn't influence your life in any way other than you having to tolerate my existence.
I think most people, especially like as of, the last 15 years, most people don't really care about a lot of that stuff. As long as like you're keeping it like to yourself. I think the issue here is when it says me being gay doesn't hurt you. Most people don't really care about this. They care about it when it involves children. And I think the entire like LGBT thing being hijacked by a bunch of degenerates that want to involve children in it is what's causing the problems we have today. That plus the whole, you're going to use the pronouns I want or you're fucking toast and I'm going to tell everybody to fire you. Then it kind of does. Do you see what I mean? Like if it has to deal with like a private scenario, like what you do at your own house, I think most people do not give a shit, really.
The demand for representation shouldn't be seen as an assault on anyone. We just want to have characters and stories that we can relate to. This is a part of the
That's
representation.
like not true though, because they actively go out and like they take the things that people love and they intentionally like twist it into like what they want specifically. So then it is affecting people that are not. Like for instance, like, let's just use Veilguard for an example, because that's what they're talking about. You're taking like these like female characters that were like really hot before and you're like, yeah, women can't have breasts that are big because it's not realistic. And then you're just like, wait, hold up. First off, fantasy. Second, there are women with bigger breasts than that. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? And it's like they kind of gaslight you into like saying that like we just want to exist, bro, and then like we're not going to affect you, and then like they turn around, they punch you in the fucking back. You know what I mean? Like that's why people are mad, and that's why there is and this is the thing I was worried about, is that there would be like an increase in actual like anti-LGBT sentiment, and that is actually being perpetuated by the fact that there has been such an assault by the LGBT community on like things that people love. The pendulum is swinging. The LGBT side swung really fucking hard to like where it started to affect things that people love that really have nothing to do with it. And then now people are like, wait a minute, now you're overreaching, so people are going to swing back just as hard. And that's the problem. In the case of this topic, they were taking what was once loved and normal, twisting it into something obnoxious and loud, so that when it is challenged or disliked, it is used as a weapon against normal folk, again in a negative manner. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how I feel about it too.
An argument that I find odd because like I've never related to a character because of their sexuality or their gender. To me, I find that like rather surface level, to be quite frank. I find a deeper meaning in relating to a character because of, as one example, like their life experiences. That post ends by saying, I'm glad the game is starting to chip away at the walls you've built around you. Life is so much sweeter with a diverse cast of characters. I hope you continue to push beyond these restraints that have tied you to bigotry. It's heavy and leaves no room for growth. I hope you break free, and I hope you grow into something beautiful. I think it's totally cool to have a variety of different types of characters in media. The issue with these corpos that preach diversity, though, is oftentimes it comes off really fake and shoehorned in, and they write the characters terribly. For example...
Yeah, that's the reason. People don't really care if there's diverse characters in games. We've had diverse characters in games like forever. Like really for such a long time. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that it is being shoved in your face. Like it's literally like checkbox marking, and people can see that it's fake, it's not genuine, and it's gross. And that's why people don't like it.
Tosh in Dragon Age Veilguard, although probably a lot of people in that subreddit would disagree. Another top response reads, that was very brave of you to post this. I appreciate it. Edit, just realized this is in the Veilguard subreddit and not the disaster that is the main Dragon Age one. Thanks either way though. So yeah, this person and a bunch of people in the Dragon Age Veilguard subreddit hate the main one because they dare criticize the game, which interestingly enough has been its own situation that I talked about the other day, because for a while the Dragon Age subreddit, the main one, was being heavily censored by the mods, where they were like deleting the majority of the...
Don't they automatically ban anyone that's like also that subscribes to Asmongold? If you subscribe to Asmongold and you type something in the Dragon Age one, they auto ban you. Dude, that's so funny. How do they do that? Do they have a bot? They have like a bot that like it like stores the names of anyone that, or does it cross-reference? Like somebody posts, it like cross-references to see like if they're also in Asmongold, and if they are, it nukes you. Dude, that's crazy.
That were negative towards Veilguard. However, as time went on, the censorship over there began to occur less and less, either because the mods just gave up trying to censor all of the negative posts because there were more and more of them as people played the game more, or some other reason, who knows for sure. Regardless, over on the main Dragon Age subreddit, you can now find a pretty good variety of...
The reason why they ban people that don't believe what they do is because none of their arguments stand up to any real criticism. So they have to like be in a group of people that are like-minded and only believe what they do believe in, because the instant you actually try to debate or try to discuss what they believe in, they fall apart every single time. They don't even know what they believe in. They're just like, they're literal cultists, like the fucking earthbound, like freaking purple people.
Negative
It's
posts
actual
and
tribal
positive
behavior.
posts
Yeah,
around
it's
Veilguard.
psycho.
However, on the Dragon Age the Veilguard subreddit, they've been heavily censoring that subreddit since shortly before the game released and ever since its release, which is still permeating today. That Veilguard cured their homophobia. As we've been discussing, the majority of the responses are supportive of the OP, enjoying the post. However, there was actually a little civil war that occurred because it looks like there was another user, that being Queen Ashara, who was messaging people in that post, people who were like saying that it was good the OP had this growth as a person and is like a good person now, and Queen Ashara was like, it's not good enough. The OP is still a terrible person and none of you should forgive the OP. User Swinlu got this response from Queen Ashara showing the DM that reads, "You are showing your bigotry though, lol. You'd rather accept some random guy who's quote unquote now not homophobic than recognize someone who was hate crimed for their sexuality. I literally wasn't rude to begin with and acknowledge the change." So yeah, it sounds like there's a little bit of context between Queen Ashara and that Swinlu person that we're missing, but we can presume like what the discussion was about. And Queen Ashara then DMs them that. It wasn't done there though. Queen Ashara messaged another user, that being "Hi, this is Jess," saying all of this. "I'm sorry, how am I showing zero respect? I did from the start, lol, and said I acknowledge the change, and then was downvoted to oblivion for not coddling a bigot. My original comment was saying that I appreciated the change, but didn't completely forgive it. Is that wrong? Genuinely asking, why does everyone expect LGBT people to
The problem, this puritanism is so self-defeating. This does nothing but sabotage your own side. If you are so Puritan that like if a person fucks up and they say I'm sorry and then they bend the knee and then you kick them in the face, then it makes it so nobody wants to do that. So honestly, keep doing it. I'm all for it.
coddle someone who was previously homophobic. I don't get that. I've received physical harm due to my sexuality, but oh, because a video game made someone not hate us, I should grovel at their feet? Can you imagine if the OP really was posting bait this entire time and like started a civil war on that subreddit with bait?
Dude, if it was bait, dude.
With a bait post. My gosh, that would be a successful troll. And if you're curious about the initial context that Queen Ashara had with these other people and the responses, like before Queen Ashara sent those DMs, I can't find them anymore.
God, that
so it
sounds
looks
so
like
fun.
presumably after getting mass downvoted by the other users, they deleted them. And
Guys, am I a bad person for thinking that it would be really fun to like fucking troll like
once again, we do know that the majority of responses are supportive of the
would
OP,
be so funny.
Queen Ashara being one of the people who apparently isn't. Here's another post I want to take a look at from someone who's critical of the OP. Seemingly taking a different angle from Queen Ashara, though. Let's read
I love
this.
like those
User
parody.
TG.
I love like those parody accounts.
Yeah, it says, that must be a joke, right? Oh dear, you make up your mind because of someone's tweet on X. That, of course, referring to how the OP was talking about being influenced by Grum's tweets. This user going on to say, then you need a game to tell you that LGBTQ isn't something bad? What the heck is wrong with people?
True.
First, how about thinking for yourself, rather than to get easily influenced by people on the internet, or anywhere really? And secondly, common sense is enough to realize that of course LGBTQ isn't bad. Let people do what they want to do. Let them love or be like whatever they want to. It doesn't hurt anyone or even affect anyone's life. So hating on someone because...
Well, it depends. It can, but it can, and that's the problem that people have with it. But it shouldn't.
The person, for example, is gay is just stupid. I know there are a lot of homophobic people out there, but again, that's because they are brainwashed idiots, or just project whatever they are not happy with on those people and hate them. I couldn't care less if my workmates bang other men, for example, because I'm not with them. I don't have to watch it. So sure, if you now...
Do you want to know like the best litmus test, by the way? This is the best one. If you're like trying to figure out if a person is reasonable, just ask them what they think. Like ask an LGBT person what they think of J.K. Rowling, or like a left-wing person. Ask them what they think of J.K. Rowling, and if they go fucking ballistic, then they're crazy.
Feel better about yourself and you don't...
Because she's actually like left-wing. J.K. Rowling's actually left-wing. She's kind of like more towards the center of left wing. But if they flip out and they say that like she wants to like kill gay people or whatever, then they're crazy.
Don't hate gay people because of this game, great, but still weird in my eyes, because it shouldn't take a game or a tweet to dictate whatever you think. Also, why I'm totally pro LGBTQ and let people live their lives like they want to. I don't agree with forced woke stuff. Keyword is quote unquote forced.
Yeah, if people actually say that they think that J.K. Rowling wants to kill gay people and trans people, then I just already assume that they're retarded.
It's not good. It doesn't belong here, nor does it even help the cause. People who maybe before didn't bother now feel annoyed and develop opposing views to what you tried to shove them in their face. Anyways, great game. I like it while I don't agree with everything they did in the game. I do say what I think and don't care at all if whatever I think makes people mad. Facts also don't have feelings. People get way too emotionally attached to things and, as I said, are also easily influenced. Some common sense wouldn't hurt for a lot of people. That user getting -3 downvotes on their post, and the OP also responded to that one saying, tweets I was outraged with was the quote uglification of female characters unquote. The Grums tweets about Star Wars Outlaws ugly female. Stellar Blade is the real beautiful women, etc. Bro, what's the OP even talking about here? That's like not acknowledging anything that person really said. It's a response that's similar to the other responses the OP made, but again, it's not like acknowledging what that person was talking about in their post, which makes the OP sound like a robot or something. So yeah, I think the takeaway here is the Dragon Age Veilguard subreddit's a really weird place. I do agree with what that user Kijimiya said about the OP and like other people being too easily influenced though. Bro,
there's
why are you letting tweets that
and then there's AGP attention seeking there's that for everything, right? Like there's that for everything. Like literally every single one of these identity topics has that same thing. There are people, obviously, for instance, that have been discriminated against because of their race. And then there are people that are seeking attention using that. You know what I mean? Like
you're letting Grums posts on Twitter, of all things, dictate how you live your life.
Ironically, as discrimination against the truth. Yeah, and this is the biggest reason of why X is so big. This is why X being controlled, X being a platform of free speech is so important, and that's why you should support X, because it's the only place that you could talk about literally whatever and not get banned. I mean, obviously there's some rules, as in like you can't break the law and you can't threaten people. Obviously, you can talk about these things freely on X. That's what's so huge about it.
Able to form his own opinion and take any accountability. That's pretty weird stuff. But yeah, that's the situation. Let me know what you think about that post, if you think it's bait or not. Let me know what you think about the responses and the little civil war that occurred too. And thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, that was a good one. That was by Hero Hei. I'll link the video